Welcome to Yolk Everywhere, Episode 6. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Trevor.
And in our guest chair today, we have my Spanish homework.
Because we don't have a guest.
Yeah, our guest couldn't make it, so I just ended up putting my Spanish homework in the chair. I'm gonna move it.
Now nothing's in the chair.
Yeah, now we have nothing in the guest chair.
So, we're gonna go right into news now.
And we're just to be clear, we're still done with news outside.
Yes, and we are experimenting with different methods of delivering news to our viewers. So this week, Kyle and I have found some news headlines. Kyle has 3 and I have 2, and we're gonna have the other person read the headlines as they're reading them for the first time. And we're gonna try to sound as professional and newscasterly as we can. So I will start. Okay. Woman who saw a family of 5 drown after their car went off a pier in Ireland is suing their relatives for loss of earnings after she was left traumatized.
Dead man walking. Romanian court refuses to nullify death certificate of man despite the fact that he is very much alive. Yeah, I think that was from...
That's old news?
Yeah, that's from last episode. That's
alright.
It's definitely old news. Alright, here's your next one.
Woman arrested after police say she made drunken, lewd comments to the Easter Bunny. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's not very...
Yeah. I've actually met the Easter Bunny. I think I have a picture with them.
No way.
Yeah.
I saw the Easter Bunny in the mall when I was home over spring break.
Dude.
During our 2-week break.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh, a chunk of my phone just fell off.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woman uses $400 hairdryer to make roast chicken. I didn't even think that was possible.
Apparently. China banned all mention of Kim Jong-un while he was in Beijing, so people called him Fatty on the train instead.
Not very respectful to a world leader.
Still funny.
Yeah.
Alright, so this has been our news segment.
Should we cover the weather?
Oh, we completely forgot. Kyle, what's the weather like outside?
Let me open the window and check.
While you're going to the window, why don't you give us a quick cactus update?
Oh.
Or cactus report, I'm sorry.
Just opening the window.
For those who can't see, Kyle is putting his hand and face near the window to try to gauge wind and temperature and precipitation.
I'd say it's chilly.
Chilly?
Yeah. Perhaps mild wind. Very mild.
Okay. Looks a little overcast from where I'm sitting. Would you agree?
Yes.
Alright.
And I can't tell. Maybe it's sprinkling. I don't know. It was when I was walking back.
Alright. And how about that cactus report?
Hold on, let me just close the window. The cactus is alive, I think, but it needs to be watered.
Oh.
So I'll do that. I'll do that after our next segment. I'll put the cactus in the guest chair for now.
So, glad to hear it.
Speaking of guest chair, this is normally when we would do our guest segment.
However, since we do not have a guest, we had a different idea of what to do during this time.
Today, we will be ranking our guests from who we think was the best to who we think was the worst.
Yes, so, just to clarify, we are not counting episode 1, which had appearances from Joseph X. Mosk and Becca Lyons, because they weren't really officially guests at the time. They were participating, but we did not give them proper guest
treatment.
So we're not counting episode 1. Okay, so
episode 2, we had no one. I thought
that was decent.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, we could count the call, Hayden from the call. But
we can go with no one.
Yeah, let's go with no one.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty solid performance, I thought.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Then after that we had IV.
Ivy, yes.
He was a little difficult at times, but
He seemed to be a little upset with us
yeah,
and our podcast in general.
he seemed to be a little frustrated. He seemed to be trying to push his own podcast a little bit sometimes.
Yes.
I mean, though he did say this is the best podcast he had ever been a part of.
Yeah, when you clarified it, like, are you sure? I think he said yes.
Yeah.
You can go back and hear that.
Yeah.
So that was pretty nice. He kind of bounced back between being irritated and being pretty polite.
Yeah, like sometimes it was.
Yeah.
But then other times, he was sometimes a little rude, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And then the next episode, we had his roommate.
Cameron.
Yes.
I like Cameron.
Yeah, we didn't really have an issue with him.
Yeah, it was a good performance. Good guest segment.
Yes.
Talk about music, which we didn't update our listeners, but after we recorded that, we listened to every song that we listed from his guest segment. And that was a pretty fun time, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say overall, that was a good episode.
Yeah, and then the following episode, after our 2-week break, we had Joseph X. Mosk returning.
Now, Kyle, if I'm not wrong, that episode, did that take the longest for you to edit?
Actually, Ivy took the longest to edit. But Joe, since the thing about Joe was that when he was rude, he did it in large segments, so I was able to easily cut those segments out, which I included in the bonus track of episode 5 for those of the listeners who didn't notice in episode 5 description.
Yes, that's on the YouTube channel.
On the YouTube channel, yes, exclusive.
Yes.
Unless we decide to put it on SoundCloud later.
For now, it's exclusive.
Yeah, for now, it's
I'd
exclusive.
say, yeah, it was a...
But then again, with Joe, we did cut out over half.
Yeah.
It was, I believe, the episode ended up being 20 minutes long, and I cut out 25 minutes.
Yeah, it was a interesting...
So I'd say Joe was probably the worst guest.
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say
he was the most outwardly rude because Ivy.
Ivy gave us a chance to maybe, I don't know, defend us.
Yeah.
Like he said, he told you, he said, "Speak with confidence, damn it."
Yeah, he was trying to improve it.
Chance.
He was trying to help give his input and improve the podcast, but Joe was just saying he doesn't. Joe was just being rude.
I think Joe, what confused me about in the bonus material, he said something along the lines of, "We don't take anyone's input." But if he listened to Ivy's episode, which he didn't, because he clarified he does not listen to this.
Yes. I'm not sure.
We took Ivy's input, like when Ivy gave us critiques like "Speak with confidence."
Yes, and also we allow our guests to come up with their own segment, and they can make the segment as interesting as they wish.
Yeah, and I don't think we've ever been given a suggestion, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, like.
So I think
we have had those ones like "You guys suck." We took that into consideration.
We take that into consideration. We do, and we let people know.
Yeah. That
we take that into consideration.
Yes.
I think Joe's problem is he doesn't listen to our podcast.
Yeah, he didn't know what he was saying. Like, what was the guest segment again? I feel like his guest segment.
Oh, he wanted to talk about the rapper March Madness.
Oh yeah, I feel like that was probably the worst guest segment we've had.
There's a good chance of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's at the very bottom.
Yeah.
Then
I think Cameron could take the number 1 spot.
I'd agree with that.
I think
it was pretty easy guess. I didn't have to do much editing when he was the guest.
Yeah, it was pretty smooth. He was nice to work with.
Yes.
Number 2, I don't know. Number 2, I have a feeling maybe episode 2.
Yeah, when we had no one, that was a pretty good guess.
As we said, solid performance.
Yeah.
And then I guess what we have left is Ivy.
Yeah, at number 3, the episode he appeared in, number 3.
Yeah. So Cameron, no one, Ivy, and then Joe. Yes, Joseph X. Mosk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think that's a pretty solid list. If any of our listeners have different opinions than the order we just gave, feel free to leave that in the comments, and we'll take a look at that and think of it in future consideration. But we like to hear what you guys think. Who are our best guests?
Yes. We would like to hear that. Well, I'm going to go water the cactus now. And when I return, we'll move into our next segment. 20 questions. Alright, well, I am back from watering the cactus. Now it just needs to wait another month to be watered again. And I think now now would be a good time to mention our actually official product placement of the week. I'm very excited to bring this up, Trevor.
This week we actually are being paid by our sponsors, which is actually pretty exciting. This week's episode is brought to you by Kyle Sidness.
That's me.
Are you going to pay me?
Oh, yeah. Here's a nice... Here's 20.
Thanks. All right.
And it's also brought to you by Trevor L. Smith. Are you going to pay me?
Oh, yeah, here.
Wait, I gave you $20 and that you gave me like...
Alright, so our next segment is... we'll be doing 20 questions, which you guys can participate with
like $1.27.
on your own.
No, 37.
As well.
Can I get my 20 back?
You can't participate in... No, you can't participate in real time with us, but you can try to figure out what we're thinking about and let us know if you got it right in the comments. So, Kyle, do you have anything right now in your head?
20 for the 20 questions?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is it living?
No.
Is it a place?
No.
Is it bigger than our microwave?
No.
Is it man-made?
Yes.
Does it use electricity?
No.
Is it an item of clothing?
No.
Let's see. We're currently at 6 questions.
Yes.
Is it commonly used by humans?
Yes.
Is it in this room?
Yes.
Can I see it from where I'm sitting? I'll close my eyes.
I think so.
Was that 8 or 9?
Aren't you counting on your fingers?
I forget. I don't know if I put up a finger or not. Shit. Our listeners are going to be able to fact check us. Let's just say that was 9.
Okay.
Do you own it?
Yes.
You said it does not use electricity?
Wait, no, you own it.
I own it, okay. And you, just to clarify, you said it does not use electricity?
That is correct, it does not.
Does it have to do with school?
Sometimes.
That's 11, I think. 11? I don't know, I'm bad at counting. Smaller than microwave. Does not use electricity. It's in the room. I own it. It sometimes has to do with school. Is it a book?
No.
Does it have Iowa logo or colors on it?
No.
Does it hold something else? Is it almost like a container of sorts?
No.
What does not use electricity is not a book. Not clothes. Smaller than the microwave. Is it a writing utensil?
No.
Is it Mm. Is it soft?
It's not a. I don't think that's a word I'd use to describe it.
Interesting. That was a hard question for you to answer. Is it disposable? Like how a box of tissues?
No.
I think I might be stumped. I think I might be giving up. 4 questions early, I have no idea.
Okay. The answer is the $20 bill I paid you.
Ah, dang it. I should have gotten that, man. I mean, I've been holding it this whole time.
That's right.
Shit. Okay. I have one.
Okay. Is it alive?
Technically, yes.
Is it a plant?
No.
Is it an animal?
Yes.
Can people see it with their eyes without like assistance?
Define assistance.
Okay. Is it microscopic?
No.
Is it fictional?
Yes.
Is it a unicorn?
No.
Is it a character from a media?
Yeah.
Oh. Is it an animal that you could find in real life?
I'm gonna say yes, but cautiously. Yes with an asterisk, but I can't give the asterisk.
Is it anthropomorphized?
What does that mean?
As in, like, it normally doesn't have human attributes, but in this media, it's made to look more human?
No.
Is it from a movie?
I don't think so.
Is it from a book?
I think the book came after. That's 10 questions.
Is it from a TV show?
Yeah.
Is it a Pokemon?
No. That'd be hard.
Is it a Digimon?
No.
Book. And a movie. No, a TV show. I don't know TV shows too well. Is the TV show available on Netflix?
No.
Are there toys based off this thing?
Yeah. That's 15, by the way.
Does it walk on 2 legs?
No.
Does it walk on 4 legs?
Yeah.
Is it a dog?
Yeah, you have 2 questions left.
A TV show with a dog in it. Does the dog talk in the show?
I'm gonna say no. I do not think so. Wait. That's a maybe.
What? Is it a male?
Yes, you have 1 question left, and then you ask 1 question and then guess what it is after.
TV show with a male dog that might talk.
I don't think so, but I might be wrong.
Wrong as in it probably doesn't?
It probably does not talk.
Is it a kid's show?
Yeah. That was your last question. Now you can only...
So I have one guess?
Yes, and I'm going to clarify. I looked it up. I think this dog does talk.
So I don't have any more questions?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you get one guess as to what it is. Oh yeah, no, this dog talks.
Is it Underdog?
Nope. It was Clifford, the big red dog.
Oh. I should have asked if it was a cartoon or live action.
Yes.
I realized that after I was out of questions.
That's why it was hard to answer, like, is it alive? I'm like, in their world, he's alive, but to us, he's not alive. Also, I guess Clifford talks. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I thought he didn't talk.
Yeah.
But I looked it up.
Alright, well, that's all we have for 20 questions. Now, I think it's time we answer some questions on Yahoo Answers.
Alright.
What do we have?
First question, should I ask my crush to go to this concert, and how?
I mean...
There's a whole story, but it's boring. So.
You don't have to ask crush, you just pick up the can and take it. Just when you're at the concert, just crack it open and drink it.
It's an odd
I mean,
question.
It doesn't matter what drink you bring, you don't have to ask it. Like, I don't ask a Coke to go to drink it. Like, if it's a crush, if it's a Coke, if it's a Sprite, if it's a whatever, just take it with you if you want. Maybe it's not in a can, maybe it's in a bottle, I don't know. I don't know what kind of container that Crush is in.
Oh,
Is it Orange Crush?
Doesn't specify.
I prefer Orange Crush.
Yeah, that's the only, like, pure Crush, I think. How do you grow weed indoors?
Well, you don't want weeds. You don't want weeds. It's a bad question.
Would you date someone that goes to or graduated from an Ivy League school?
No.
Why?
Because I haven't met them.
Alright, can you explain to me why these condos are selling for so cheap?
Because either a shitty location or they're just shitty.
Well, they're saying they're selling way below market value.
Exactly. Someone probably died in there. Probably haunted. It's probably haunted.
Oh, you might be able to answer this one
Certainly.
a little better. Changing majors, is it easier or harder? I don't know what they're comparing it to. Easier than what or harder than what?
Well, I changed my major, and it was easier than I expected. I just said to my advisor, I'm like, hey, I want to change one of my majors. He was like, okay, I'll get it done. So it was easier than I expected.
Alright, I think this is going to be a good question to end on.
Alright.
Now, this one might take some deep diving for us. Why am I sexually attracted to Jesus Christ?
I mean, he's pretty ripped.
Did you see him on that cross?
I mean, whoo-hoo.
Talk about a beach body.
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, the long hair. I think that's what gets it for me.
I mean, I'm not gay or a girl that's interested in guys, but if I weren't guys, I wouldn't really like the long hair.
No,
I don't think.
I think he wears it well.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. What else? Son of God. I like his dad. Big dad, big influence. Maybe he can. Yeah, he's a. Dad's. It's like the top. He's like the big boy. He's like the top guy.
Yep.
I feel like he has a lot of. Maybe he can make some connections for you. So that's
Probably. Yeah.
It's almost like marrying rich, except he has no earthly possessions.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
I think you hit it all.
I didn't. Sandals. I like the sandals.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, did that spark anything or no?
Oh, pretty good beard.
Oh yeah, I liked it. I dug it. Also, water into wine. That's essentially free wine.
And also, like, bread.
Yeah, dude, bread all the time. You can give him one fish and he'll turn it into like 1,000 fishes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, actually, I think the plural of fish is just fish.
I was about to say that, actually.
But people just say sleep with the fishes all the time for some reason.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah.
Also, that charity's loaves and fishes should be loaves and fish.
Charity?
There's like a, isn't that a charity organization, kind of?
I don't know many charities.
Yeah, that's Loaves and Fishes is a popular one, but it should be Loaves and Fish. Interesting.
Yes.
Well, I believe that just about wraps up episode 6 for us.
Yep. Once again, this episode is brought to you by Trevor A. Smith
and Kyle Sidness. We'd like to once again pay tribute to our previous guests in the following order: Cameron, Nobody, Ivy, and then Joe. Thank you all again.
Well, actually, real quick, I think we should rank my Spanish paper.
Oh, yeah.
Where should we put that, since it was here this whole time? I put it back on the chair when I watered the cactus.
I don't know, I think it's been holding on to those to your coins.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a thief. I think we should put it, like, at the bottom. But then again, Joe, I think, was just completely the worst, so I think we should put above Joe.
Okay, so...
So, once again, Cameron, Nobody, Ivy, Spanish homework.
Kyle's Spanish homework.
My Spanish homework. Joe.
Okay, thank you for listening again. Leave in the comments your order of what you think were the best guests, and let us know if you were able to figure out any of the 20 questions, because we couldn't. So, Thanks for listening.
Yep, we got... Oh, I feel like we should mention, because we keep forgetting to mention at the end of the podcast that we got Yolk everywhere.
Oh, jeez, we keep... Yeah, no, it's happened every time. We just keep forgetting to tell them.
Yeah, but we should remember every time to say we got Yolk everywhere. Which we did, right?
We did. I think we did.